We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season, and we got a good Monday nighter in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Here we go.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Here's Burrow. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Antonio Johnson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
11 mighty. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now Burrow loses the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down.
Gun. Think right.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
12. Stop. 11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. The tackle there by Trey Herndon. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
Here we go. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Stop.
Now it's Mixon running right. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Now a pause for the injury, and that is, yes, Joe Mixon clearly in some discomfort following that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On second down, here's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down. Back on the 35-yard line. That's Foley Fatukasi, who got in there and finished off the play. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now
he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd and 10. looking to pass. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On third down, Mixon. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Lawrence. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
30 left. Take right open. 11. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Ready?
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
11. Palmer.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From midfield now, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Mixon on the counter. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hey, Jupiter.
Now Lawrence. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Go. Hey, kill.
Play action. It's Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Here we go.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2.
11.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Well, now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
11 empty.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
11 mighty.
Play action. It's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't ready up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take. 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Kareem Hunt. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Foyesade American. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, ETN once more. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found it downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On one,
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Burrow.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 11. Here's Lawrence.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Sink right. Agate. Go, let's go. Here we go.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne, 31 yards. And the Jags add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
On second down, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Here we go. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Look at the big man rumble. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Looking deep here for Chase.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
On 3rd down, Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after the ice is down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. Right 80. Right up. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11 MT.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Take right open, open. 11, 11.
On first down, Lawrence.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
12, 12, 12. God.
Here's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. God.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here we go.
Second and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. God.
Now it's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
11 mighty, 11 mighty. God.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT, Kate. 11, 11, 11. God.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
To the air again, Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Jaguars 47, Bengals 22. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
13, Luke. Luke. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On second down, here's Lawrence.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Jacksonville,